Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I've never done a video that became so obsolete so fast as yesterday's video. I talked about the Zaandam and what do we do when it gets to Fort Lauderdale, and I hope we do it right. And then this happens literally 4 hours after I released the video. So just a quick recap, the Holland America Zaandam has been at sea for about 2 weeks. Passengers and crew members started coming down with flu-like symptoms, and as of Sunday, the captain put everybody into quarantine into their cabins. That being said, when I first announced it and the first news came out, they started out with about 42 people total, crew and passengers, who showed signs of symptoms. Yesterday came out that it's gotten much, much worse. It has now been over 140 people have come down with flu-like symptoms. There have been 4 passengers on board who have actually passed away, 3 in the last 2 days and 1 a day and a half before that. So 4 people have passed away on this cruise ship looking for a port to unload people on, with sick people on the ship. So right now, the Holland America had sent out the Rotterdam to meet it, a sister ship, and she's on her way. She's there now, and the plan was to unload supplies and drop off some more medical supplies and testing kits and things like that. But now with the news that some of the people who they've started to test have been tested positive already, now that changes everything. Because when you go through the Panama Canal, they need to go through the Panama Canal to get to Fort Lauderdale. Because they need to go through there, Panama Canal employees need to get on the ship to, help them through, to like pilots do when you're going in and out of port. Well, right now the standard policy for the Panama is that if you have any infected crew or passengers on board, they are not going to get on your ship. So they're not allowed to come through the Panama Canal anymore. So that lets all the East Coast ports completely inaccessible right now. So the new plan is to screen and test healthy people on the ship and move them over to the Rotterdam and get those people separated from the people who have tested positive or have come down with symptoms. Okay, except that everybody on that ship has been in contact within the last 7 days with everybody else who's tested positive. You only started quarantine 6 days ago, and your crew members who come down sick, it started out with only 40 and now you have 140. That means people were sick since those last 6 days and they've intermingled with other people. And it's gotten pretty bad on the ships as well. At first they were getting 3 meals a day delivered by room service. They were hot meals. Now apparently most of them are just cold meals, sandwiches, bread, things like that. And it's even worse for the crew members on board, cereal and bread, and that was it delivered for them. And crew members' cabins are much, much smaller than your cabin would be staying on the ship. And there's 2 of them in there as well. Very tight quarters, quarantined, no windows, inside cabins, not a real good situation at all. And it's kind of mind-boggling right now that nobody can get their act together enough to figure out what to do with cruise ships that are still stuck at sea. They can't just keep them out there. You cannot just keep people stuck on a ship, because now you're getting people passing away on the cruise ship because of the failure to act. And I know cruise ports are saying, well, we don't want people to come in. Yeah, well, you've gone into Miami and just let cruise ships people off, 2,700 people without even testing them. You've flown people into Atlanta and set them off on other airplanes and just sent them home. USA has now become the hot spot in the world. It now has more cases than any other country in the world, including where it started in China. And guess what? If anyone thinks they're all over on Easter, the 14th of April, you got to be nuts in the head. You cannot say that everything is going to be going back to normal, everyone's going to get back to work, and we're going to start everything up again in 17 days when you still can't figure out what to do with people on a cruise ship and get them home and get them the medical attention that they need. There's no possible way. And if you do, just tell people, everybody just go out into the world and we're going to start up. Everyone go back to work. Don't self-isolate anymore. United States is not only going to be the hot spot of the world, it's going to triple and quadruple any other country in the world like that. Because everyone else is just, I can't believe during all this, people went to Mardi Gras. I can't believe people went to spring break. It's mind-blowing. People are having virus parties, inviting, in colleges, because there's no school. Well, let's have a big party then in the dorms. Dumb. Absolutely dumb. And that is why United States has now become the hot spot of the world. Now, what do you do with these cruise ships? You got to bring them into port. You got to isolate the people. You got to commandeer buildings, and you got to put them in isolation away from everybody else, but not stuck on a cruise ship out in the middle of the ocean that don't have the proper medical, staff and the medical conditions and even testing kits in this case. It's been 2 weeks to get a testing kit on the Zaandam with 146 people on it. That is ridiculous. That is negligence on the part of stupidity. And it's not the cruise ship's negligence. At this point, it becomes a worldwide situation. Places just cannot keep saying, go away, not our problem, not our problem, because it is our problem. It's people's lives out there now. You can no longer say, well, you know what, they're just stuck out at sea, it's inconvenient, it's not a big deal, we're inconvenienced here, we can't go out. No. Now we have people just passing away because they can't get the proper medical attention, because they're stuck at sea, because we can't figure out what to do. There's 2 Costa cruise ships off the coast of Florida that had to medically emergency evacuate crew members because they're not allowed to dock and bring people off as well. People out there now are in serious, serious trouble. And if we leave them out there, more and more people are going to be in trouble. It doesn't make any sense that there has been no plan to help these people. How can it take 2 weeks and there's still no plan? Is anybody looking after this? Is there any department looking after this? I know things are happening fast, and I know we're trying to lock things down, and we're cutting things every day and all that. But there is, there are people stuck out there. And we're worried about flying people home from luxury hotels in Cancun that aren't sick. They're just stuck in Cancun. Or flying people home from Jamaica. Or flying people home, from luxury Tahiti and that. We're actually flying people home from these countries that are stuck in luxury resorts when all this happened. But they're not in any danger. There are people in danger on these cruise ships. And if you need any proof now, you just have to look at the Zaandam. You just have to take a look at one ship. Now, of course, they haven't come out and said these passengers passed away because of that. But it's a pretty good guess it was a contributing factor no matter what the reasons are. Get these people off those cruise ships, put them someplace. These are American citizens, they're British citizens, they're Canadian citizens. Send them home. Get them to where they need to go, quarantine them, charter an airplane, whatever you need to do, but get them off the cruise ships. It is ridiculous that it is taking this long. It is absolutely mind-boggling. Get things settled down, lock down the country, get people safe, get people off these cruise ships, get them the medical attention they need, get them the equipment they need, get them the masks they need, get them everything. Serve your frontline people, get people well, stop the virus, and then concentrate on getting everybody back to normal. Because until you stop it, nothing's getting back to normal. And the first place you should start is get the damn people off the damn cruise ships and stop just talking about it. That was almost like a rant, wasn't it? Can you believe this is going on this long? Can you believe it is 2 weeks and they still don't know what to do? They still don't know what to do with these ships. Everyone's just saying, no, go to someplace else. Go over here. Oh, we don't want them here. They're people. Come on, guys. Let's get our act together and let's start doing something and get these people home. I hope you appreciate this video. I hope I didn't sound too angry, but it's when people pass away because of incompetence, it drives me nuts. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think this has been ridiculous as well? I personally do. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Why not hit that subscribe button? Until next time, whenever we can, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.